Hello everybody, the music you just heard was created by a Mr. Flassium who was nice enough to share some of his good beats with the audience. Quite a big fan of the songs that were just played, the first one being called Street Lights, which is probably my favorite of the ones he's given me so far, but here's another piece I'll put on to tide you guys over till I make sure everything is ready. About ready to go. So without further ado, let us get on with the show. So I hope you enjoyed the nice tunes to tide us all over. Now, everything is all cattywampus. this needs to be resized. Oh, really? I can't do that? Alright, I guess just do it the old-fashioned way. That's why we can't have anything nice. Oh well. Important thing is we're here now. So, hold on, let me. Oh, it's not muted. That was the other EXE. That's so weird. Somehow I managed to open up 2 EXEs of this. One had all the save preferences, the other one didn't. But I suppose it's neither here nor there. We're here. Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a rather short stream, probably about an hour or so, because I do have to go at 1:30 my time. But we'll worry about that when we get there. So, hit the like button on your way in. I will be looking forward to seeing your messages in the chatty chat. If I remember correctly, where we left off of this time, we already went through one time skip, or one time loop rather. We told the other girls in the club about Sayori's depression, even though we technically had no business to, and we're trying to get the others to spend time with Sayori, to help her feel like she's wanted, to help cope with her depression. But then MC's starting to feel weird about it for whatever reason. Now today's Friday, right before the weekend. We're going to see if things work out. So if you're excited to see what this installment of Doki Doki Amor Fati has to offer, like I said, be sure to hit the like button on your way in. Subscribe if you're new here. Support your boy, support the dream, and we'll get into the story. Today's Friday. Of all days, I would expect Sayori to be up and about already. She'd ask why I'm not up. And why I'm not up yet. Or that would be our normal Friday. I get ready for school and head over to her house. Given the way things have been and knowing about her depression, I can already tell she won't be as cheery as she used to be. You say that now? On Friday? When you've been dealing with her the whole week and she seemed rather upbeat, having fun with the other people. And you're sitting here saying that, well, I already know she's not going to be cheerful. I'm like, it's kind of a shifted tone. So, ding for you. But nonetheless, I have to face it. I knock on her door. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Nothing. I knock harder. Still nothing. I sigh and let myself into her house. Why do I have to wake her up in her own home? You ever tried calling her? I was like, she has a phone. You could try calling her if it bothers you that much. Sayori, it's time for school. She's nowhere to be found, of course. I walk up to Sayori's room and bang on her door. I hear her groan and then shuffling bed sheets. And then, snoring. I breathe a sigh of relief. I open the door to her room and walk in. What part of that whole exchange gave you permission to go into her room like that? I feel like there's some miscommunication here, my guy. I walk up to her bed and shake her body. I see her eyes open up. She looks deathly tired. I wonder if that's some not so subtle foreshadowing. Also, these flies buzzing in my ear, I don't like that. Sayori. It's time for school. I'll make you breakfast. Sayori slowly drags herself off of her bed. You look really tired. How late did you stay up last night? I take the hint to leave her room and let her get ready for school. I love the cooing doves. I head down to the kitchen to look for something to make. I see a box of pancake mix in the pantry. I follow the instructions and cook accordingly. I'm surprised you have time to make pancakes. I would figure that you woke up really close to when school's about to start, but you got time to make pancakes in the skillet? Alright, man. Sayori wakes up a bit more and comes to life as she enters the kitchen. Good morning, Sayori.
Why are you cooking breakfast?
I said I was going to. Besides, you need something in your stomach.
You didn't have to, though. You're too nice, Killen.
Is what friends are for. So, feel free to grab a plate. Sayori comes to the kitchen and fixes herself a plate. She took a few bites out of the pancakes.
Your cooking is terrible. As always.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Sayori. Yeah, we go out of our way to try to take care of you. And you're gonna come here and say, you're cooking shit, bro. You're like, okay. For terrible food, you sure eat a lot of it.
I'm hungry and tired, okay?
Alright. Why are you so tired anyway?
Because my depression. Oh. Yuri wanted to talk. She kept me up until 4 in the morning.
Oh boy. The walking philosophy textbook. It's like blah 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 stoicism. Blah blah blah. It's like blah 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 meditations. Blah blah blah. I understand. Blah blah blah. I've been there before. It's like blah blah blah. Amor Fati.
Just talking about feelings and stress and school and depression. And depression. Wait. Killen! Is that what you were hiding from me?
Had to come out at some point. I'm like, alright, see, Sayori's smart enough to put 2 and 2 together to make 12. She's like, it's just a shame that everyone else managed to get away with it, but Yuri had to just outright, state what this all was for. And MC's gonna be like, yes, it is okay. You were depressed. We were looking out for you. And I'm like, this is gonna go over well? Totally. Yes. He's like, yes. We know about your depression, Sayori.
Why? Why did you have to go behind my back?
I was worried about you. And knew I couldn't help you alone. They're your friends too. Wouldn't you do the same if someone was in your shoes? I mean, sure, but that's not your place, bruh. You kinda did a dick move, all things considered. I believe this is what Cruz pointed out in the last stream as being a total head ass.
I won. Why'd you have to be all secretive?
I just thought it would be better if you knew you weren't alone. To know that people do love and care for you. Your depression isn't just an obstacle. In some way, you could consider it a test. Getting past it can and will help shape you into a better Sayori for tomorrow. Well, in other stories, sure. Maybe. But this one? I think we're in for a whole different experience.
You say that like it's a good thing.
Well, it is a good thing, Sayori. At least from our point of view.
It's not. It's the worst thing I could ever feel. It's so painful. It hurts every time I think of anything.
Now, let's just take a moment to breathe here. Did you and Yuri at least have a productive conversation? Sayori took a moment to collect her thoughts.
Yeah. I learned about how to deal with the rain clouds. How to find beauty in life.
Oh, good for you, Sayori. Good for you. See? We're just trying to help you. We don't mean any harm to you.
Thank you, Killen.
That's such a she's like, how could you go behind my back? Why would you do this to me? It's like, we're just trying to help you out. Did you learn anything from Yuri? She's like, yeah, I did. See, we're helping you out. She went from being all upset to being happy. Unless this is just a front to make dude feel good. But if that's the case, that's kind of low for Sayori to do that. Unless this is just her way of dealing with things. Which is I don't know. Not really a big fan of it, if that's the case. Sayori finishes her meal and puts it in the sink, taking my plate with her.
I'll be on in a few minutes. I just need to wash these dishes.
I let Sayori be and wait by the front. I can hear dishes clattering and water running in the background. I also hear a sharp pain as if she were breathing through her teeth. I pass it off as her 2 hours of sleep in hot water. Unless she's slitting her wrists. Or I think I would have, if it wasn't taking so long. It doesn't take 10 minutes to clean a few dishes. I decided to go check up on her. Hey, sorry, what's taking so? I was like, I was sitting there, I was like, here's Sharpay. I'm like, unless she's slitting her wrists. And I was just like, what's taking so long? She's cutting up her arm. And I was like, bro, I do it. This also seems blatantly out of character. This is more of a Yuri thing to do. Don't really understand why Sayori would go out of her way to cut herself in the first place. I get she's depressed, but this kind of implies that because you're depressed, you're going to do all kind of zany things like cutting yourself in the sink. Because reasons? I find her holding a knife to her wrist as blood drips down from her arms. In a blur, I grab her arms and look into her face. Sayori! What the hell were you thinking?
I was doing what Yuri said I should do. Why in God's name would Yuri suggest you do that? She told me it was what she did when she was stressed out with her emotions.
I'm like, oh. Okay, so this is what we're doing. So you're trying to tell me that Yuri told Sayori that yeah, when I'm very stressed out and have a lot of emotions, I just cut myself. Sayori, you should try it sometime. It might be beneficial for your mental health. Because we need to be philosophical and edgy, have you read Amor Fati? Yo, Tag, you're absolutely right, my man. But just look at this. So according to this, Yuri and Sayori stay up till 4 a.m, and Yuri told Sayori that if you feel stressed out, you should cut yourself. This is such bad advice. This is such bad advice. And I find it interesting that that Yuri is supposed to be the philosopher. She's supposed to be the stoic, but is cutting yourself the stoic thing to do? Is that the logical thing to do? Something tells me no. This seems like a complete mix-mash of ideologies here. Or a complete mix-mash of actions. And that deserves another sit for this mod. I think Yuri was telling you that she did and that was a mistake. Do you really think she would encourage you to do that? Without realizing, I grip her wrist harder. Don't do that again, Sayori.
Alright. I promise I won't do it again.
Do you mean it? Do you swear?
We already know she bleeds, but does she swear? But do she swear? Yes! Please let go. You're starting to scare me. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. You're freaking the freak out. Because you saw Sayori was cutting herself up. You're like, bro, what the fuck? This isn't how I raised you. Let's just get this cleaned up. I run warm water over her cuts and patch them up with some bandages and give them a kiss. That's cringe, bruh. I use rational thought. I cut my finger. Time to amputate the hand to prevent infection. Yeah, I'll tell you, that is very logical thinking. Very logical thinking. Also, man kissed her boo-boos to make him feel better. This is like parent behavior. Or lover behavior. I don't like it. We were quiet to each other for the next few moments after this. Oh, for a few moments after this. Sayori. I know it was a mistake, but promise me you won't do that again. I know there's a lot of emotions going on inside you that I can never understand. But please, don't do anything you'll regret. We walk out of her house and go on our way to school. Yeah, I'm getting Edward from Twilight vibes from this guy. I don't really know that much about Twilight, but what from friend Catherine told me, like, this dude's getting like Edward vibes, and I don't think that, and that's not a good thing. I keep a close eye on her. It's not like her to do such a thing. What if Sayori is lying to me? No, well, you're right. It is not like her to do such a thing. But that's Sayori's characterization. What if this revelation hit her harder than I thought? I'm going to have a talk with Yuri. I should have known this was a bad idea. I mean, everything was going so well. I'd kiss her boo-boo, then hold her hand upstairs and tuck her in. I then read her The Little Engine That Could for bedtime. Actual parent behavior. Oh, so is it just me or is there no music? Yeah, there's just no music. It just feels weird. I entered the club room and look around. I see Yuri reading her book in her usual spot. I walk over to her and slam my fist on her desk. Oh! Oh! Kill him! What's gotten into you? We need to talk. Now! What's this about? Am I in trouble? Did I do something wrong? You know exactly what you did wrong. I put my mouth up to her ear and whisper. What did you tell Sayori? What did you tell Sayori? Killin, just take a deep breath. Please. I didn't mean anything like what you're thinking. Just follow me and I'll explain everything. Fine. Yuri stands up and I follow her a few classes down from the club room. I hear crickets. Monika used to call that damn exterminator. Damn crickets in the club room. I am wondering why there are crickets in the middle of the day. Usually you hear crickets in the morning or at night. Not in the middle of the day, bro. This should be far enough. Alright. What the hell did you say to Sayori? Look, before you say anything else. Yes, I did talk to Sayori last night, but it's not what you think. Go on. I'm trying my best to suppress my anger, but despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. I don't want to make things any worse than they already are. I talked to Sayori last night about her condition. Naturally, I explained my experiences with her. I opened up and revealed a lot to her. What do you mean, opened up? Well... I see Yuri roll up her sleeve, so we see Yuri's past scars. on her arm. I'm glad to see that Yuri has managed to deal with it in this timeline. You know, good for Yuri. I give props for that. I could see many cuts and scars run across her arm in all sorts of directions. She rolls her sleeve back up to hide them. I tried to show this to Sayori, only as a warning. To tell her what it could lead to tell her how much of a mistake it was to get into something like that. Though, well, you know what? That's fair, because Yuri was going through her own problems and that was her way of coping with it. But Sayori never showed any tendencies of wanting to cope with her depression by wanting to cut herself. Yuri probably brought the bid for the atmosphere! Yes, for the atmosphere. But I'm just sitting here thinking, like, there's nothing in Sayori's character to show that she was that down bad to want to cut herself. That just seems so blatantly out of character. And I'm not a fan of that. I just can't get over that. I'm sorry. But it appears my advice had the opposite effect on her. I never meant for any of this to happen. Are you sure it was a warning? Because Sayori seemed pretty keen on cutting herself. Excuse me! You heard me. Maybe if you didn't keep her up all night, she wouldn't be like this. Maybe it was a bad idea to ask for your advice. Did you also happen to tell her which cutting method is the best? This fucking asshole. Killin, please refrain yourself. I never intended for any of this to ever happen. This is just an unintended side effect. Who needs character development or motivation in this story? Fucking normie. I'm sitting here like this fucking asshole. Yuri didn't want any of this to happen. You just sit here accusing her of this, accusing her of that. Like, you dick. You have to believe me. I don't have to believe anything. Sayori is my friend too. I would never mean her ill will. Keep telling yourself that, Yuri. Keep telling yourself that. What would you know about depression, Annie? My face stung. Yuri looked at me like only a mother could. There's a moment of silence between the two of us. I couldn't bring myself to look at her. MC got what he freaking deserved, bruh. Yuri. She was on the verge of crying. Guilt took over as I looked up at her. I should try to make this right at least. Yuri, I'm sorry. I don't know why I got so worked up. I just showed her my jack-o'-lantern carvings. I don't know what made her cut. It's called subliminal messaging. Subliminal messaging. Killin, I didn't want to do that. I'm sorry, Killin. It's alright. I was just being such a colossal douchebag. Maybe there is a silver lining here. That is what you've shown me. You're right. As much as we could be rational with our thinking, Stoics can't be perfect. We are still as human as the rest. What's important is that we don't let our emotions be our hubris. It's hard to think straight while under the influence of emotions. Well, that is a very true statement, Yuri. Right. I'm sorry I yelled at you. You were saying something about Sayori's cutting to be an unintended side effect. Right. Where was I? Yuri took a moment to collect her thoughts. I believe she was looking for an outlet, and even though I told her not to, she thought it was her way out. I can roll the dice, but I don't want to know what numbers will appear. This is my fault too. Is being smacked back into senses count as a cliche? You know what? That's a good question. My gut wants to say yes, but I'm actually not sure. So you know what? I guess to be on the safe side, we could just sin first, ask questions later. So character says something so outrageous that they get smacked in the face, bringing it back to their senses cliche. Thank you, Tag, for pointing that out. I completely missed that. What do you mean? I told Sayori the truth. She's mad at me for going behind her back and lying to her. I believe this is still a good thing. At least now this gives Sayori the chance to take a moment and think about her situation. She knows the truth. She knows she has a support system. Just give her a day or two. I'm sorry about getting angry at you. I let my anger get the best of me. You would never do something like that to a friend. Thank you. I forgive you, Killen. As we make our way back, we can hear running coming from behind us. If memory serves me correctly, someone's late to their club. I turn around and yell, "Hey! No running in the hallways, Monika!" Monika stops in her tracks and walks over to us. How'd you guys know it was me? Lucky guess. I would almost say I recognize your running. Very funny, Killen. But what are you two doing out this far from the club room? We have some bad news, Monika. How bad could it be? Well, this morning, Sayori. I found her cutting herself this morning. I already talked to her and I made sure Yuri is going to as well. I only tried to warn Sayori about what it could lead to. Oh my. I didn't know Sayori would be capable of doing that. Neither did us. Neither did we. We're just learning new stuff together, aren't we? I'm sorry, Killen. I believe it's time we talk to her. As a club. I guess so. She already knows that we know. One day, we're going to have to do this. We can't keep secrets from her forever after all. Right. Let's go. The three of us head back to the club. Where's Natsuki? From the window, I could see Natsuki and Sayori talking. Oh, well, there she is. Likely plans for the festival, I hope. Exactly, Sayori's doing many out-of-character things, Monika! Exactly. I mean, you're spitting facts, Dad. You sound like a complete facts machine. Monika opens the door and we all enter. Okay, everyone. Gather around. We need to have a talk as a club. I look over at Sayori. I can tell she knows where this is going with her worried look. I sit next to her and try to comfort her. Everyone else takes their place. It comes with a heavy heart to say this, but we know about your depression, Sayori. I know. It's quiet for a few moments. Everyone in the room seems to be trying to find the right words to say to Sayori. Eventually, I speak up. I said it this morning and I'll say it again. We're friends. Friends always look out for each other. Friends always look out for one another. Wouldn't you do the same if one of us were in your position? That's not what you're supposed to say to somebody going through something like this. That's not how it works, bro. Good, the crickets are dead, but someone put the clock too close to the bike. I know Cruz is complaining about that. Let me... Oh god. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Well, yes, I would. But I can take care of myself. You all shouldn't have to worry.
Well, sorry. We thought you could take care of yourself, but we know what that led to. You becoming a ceiling decoration. We kind of don't want that to happen again.
Sayori, that's the first thing any depressed person says. So my father and I said when we had our respective rough spots. Sure, you have your own coping mechanism, but that only gets you so far.
And on top of that, this isn't something you should have to go through alone. Please, just hear us out, Sayori. As I said yesterday, this is a rabbit hole you don't want to go further into. Trust me when I say that we have your interests in mind.
No more Sayori Christmas ornaments. Exactly, Tag. No more Sayori Christmas ornaments.
Hey! Just as birds are made to fly, humans were made to be loved.
Oh, all this. Oh, is this Maslow's hierarchy of needs? more psychology, more philosophy of mind, DDLC mod.
Just give us a chance to give you the love and caring you need. We can't help you if you keep shutting us out. Everyone! I said I'm fine! I can take care of myself. We value your independence, Sayori. However, I don't think... You don't get it! None of you get it! If you already value my independence, you'd have gone behind my back and dropped all these little hints at me. Just leave me alone!
I've never seen her this assertive before. Hunchback Lowe's, I'm taken aback by her words. I need to defuse the situation. Sayori, we don't want to hurt you. We just want to help. We want all those rain clouds of yours. There's no apostrophe. There's no apostrophe. If she would have said a Bible quote, I would have flipped my TV stand. I feel like that would have been too blatant. That would have been too blatant if she did that tag.
But I don't know if Monika says any Bible verses in this mod. If she does, I feel like that comes later.
Please, Sayori, just take a deep breath and give yourself a minute or two to think on it. Sayori sighs and closes her eyes. For a moment, I see a terrible battle going on inside her. Two sides of Sayori fighting for dominance. For a moment, it looks like she might say yes. Then, one side seems to win out, and she opens her eyes and looks at each of us.
No. This is my fight.
This mod isn't one to be above cliche. Oh no, this mod's rife with cliches. This mod's rife with cliches.
I don't want all of you to worry about me. I'll be fine.
Famous last words. It's like famous last words. Sayori grabs her bag and marches straight to the door. Sayori, wait! But Sayori doesn't stop. She opens the door and leaves before I could even form another thought. I stand up, ready to go after her, but Monika puts a hand on my shoulder.
Let her be. Give her a day or two to think this over.
Well, let's see. Today's Friday. A day or two means wait until Sunday. And we know what happens on Monday.
I think it's best we don't pressure her anymore today.
I brush her hand off me. The last time you said that, her depression got worse and she hung herself.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Am I really the only one with these memories? I have to be. There's no way I could explain them from the future. I try to think about what Yuri told me and take hold of my emotions for a moment. I'm stressed. I'm being pulled in so many directions. I should go home as well. I respect Sayori's privacy. We can talk about festival plans during the weekend.
If that's your prerogative, then do what's best for you.
Monika being a terrible club president cliche. Instead of, I don't know, asking about how her club members are doing, instead of, maybe you try to figure things out right now at least, and hope that he feels better next week, she's just gonna throw her hands up and be like, "Aight, fam, you do you."
I think we should close up shop for the day anyway.
How's he questioning that? Didn't he notice nobody knew about it? Actually, Tag, oh my god, Tag, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's another sin of this mod. How is Man's questioning the fact that nobody else knows about her suicide? If they did know about her suicide, everyone else would have been freaking out about it. Another sin for you.
There's not much else we can do.
Yeah. I'll talk to you all during the weekend.
Of course.
Of course.
Take care, everyone.
With that, I leave the club room and begin heading home. I curse the walk home. With these loud-ass cicadas. I feel the sun rays bearing down on me, cooking my skin. It's as if the world wants to remind me that my situation stings. It hurts so much it's almost unbearable. But if this is the price I have to pay, then so be it. I'll pay any price I have to for Sayori to be happy. I don't like the direction this is going. Again, this reminds me of Doki Doki Relapse, but it's going in the opposite direction of what that mom was trying to go for. Whereas that mom was trying to be a bit more like lighthearted and positive. This is like Doki Doki Relapse's edgier, like dour, more dour, edgier little brother. This is what this is. I mean, if I heard my friend hung themselves on Monday and wake up a week earlier, I just to find out said friend has depression, I'm fucking losing my mind. Oh, Tag, my buddy boy. I'm so glad you said that. Because imagine that, but it happens over and over again. Multiple times. It's Sunday. What a week it's been. A lot of ups and downs, and crazy coincidences and headaches. I want to go talk to Sayori, but I need to give her the space she needs. Sigh. I'll find some silver lining here. Most of the festival stuff is done anyway. There's nothing left for me to do but just wait. But I don't want to sit here all day. I'll just go out and go where the wind takes me. Maybe the library has something. I decided to walk over there. And it's closed. What kind of library is closed on a Sunday, bro? Well, there goes that. haven't been to the park in a while. Where's the fun in it if there's nobody to be there with? I reach the outskirts of town and walk around the perimeter. The sun is still high in the sky, with nothing to do still. It's high noon. Draw! I should just call it quits for the day. Really, dude? At high noon? You're gonna call it quits for the day? That's kind of weak, bro. Right as I was about to head back home, I walk by a nearby church and I hear something. Oh, yay! Tag! We get to go to church! I hear an angelic voice singing. I don't know whose it is, but it's captivating. I hear the voice coming from inside the church. It's closed because the damn army of cicadas. Also, I like this is a little Presbyterian church. Somewhere in the heart of Middle America. The voice seems familiar. It's Monika, probably. Oh boy, I love this, I bet. I feel like I've heard it before. But something made me uneasy being here. My stomach churns and my hands shake. What about this place shouldn't make me welcome? I think it shouldn't make me feel welcome. It's kind of a scary thought when you go to a church and you're like, I don't feel welcome at a church. It doesn't matter. I'm going in anyway. Behold, the Lamb of God. At least the cicadas were replaced by cooing doves. That's nice. So here you are, everybody. We're inside the church. I could now actually title this Monika Takes Us to Church. Even though we took ourselves to church, but still. The white walls are whole, pristine, and glistened in the sunlight. Ugh, I'm just too edgy for church. This environment of camaraderie, it hurts my soul. Colorful murals depicting events of ages long past. And at the heart of the sanctuary was Monika? It didn't take long before she recognized she wasn't alone. I wonder, what church is this empty on a Sunday? Usually there's all kind of mass services going on and everything like that. Also, there's a fly going around here. I don't like that. Here's Monika in her casual outfit. She's all covered up, though. Those tights aren't very holy, Monika. You can see the thigh gap and potential camel toe. Not very holy in this Christian establishment, Monika.
Kellen? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. Bro, she had Bible study on Wednesday. Why wouldn't she be at a church on a Sunday? You know, technically Sabbath Saturday, but why would she be at church on a Sunday if she had Bible study on Wednesday? But I would be lying if I said I didn't hear your voice. I never knew you could sing so beautifully.
Thank you. I take it the rest of the festival preparations are done?
Of course.
Of course.
Did you finish?
No self-respecting club president would leave their club unprepared.
Of course. You wouldn't fail your club. If there's anyone that's failed, it's me.
Don't say that.
Army put in a lockdown. Gotta fight the invading crickets, cicadas, and doves with air support for that damn clock. It's the invasion of the wanton sound effects.
You've done a lot of great things for this club.
Like what? A few menial tasks for the festival? Scrubbing scrubbing down a quote to recite to an audience that won't care.
Success and happiness doesn't have to be millions of dollars, hundreds of likes on social media.
Wow. Wow. I was like, just wow.
I knew something as niche as the literature club wouldn't gain much traction when I made it, but it doesn't matter. We can still show them our passion for it. We can show them how these books bring a smile to our faces, and what could be better than serving up smiles? Even if it is small and unpopular, I wouldn't trade it for the wonderful people I've met. We are the few, but proud.
Yes, Tag, it is the holy fly. Even me?
Even you. Besides, you've made a great contribution to the club in just your first day.
Really?
Yes. Yes, you looked out for Sayori's well-being.
Okay. But how is that a contribution to the club? That seems more like something any responsible person would do.
The club is nothing without the people who contribute to it. With no people, there is no club.
Yes, Monika, that is correct. Without people, there is no club. This floor is made out of the floor.
Suppose there was a piano in an empty classroom, and I told you there was a club meeting there. What club would you think it was for?
The music club, right?
And what if it's not?
Well, then it's just an empty club room.
Exactly. A club is nothing without the people in it. It's not about the content, the festivals, the food, or anything like that that makes a club special. It's the people. So when you learn that one club member is ill and in need of help, we give them the help they need. No one contribution is worth more than anything else.
Well, Monika, there's some very insightful words from you. I never thought of it like that. It's like the episode of SpongeBob where he draws with his fingers. The gang's all here. Exactly. The gang's all here. It's like, I do have a club. It's just you. No, see? Here's Penny. Here's Chip. Here's Napkin. And here's Jenny. I was like, Jenny's the most contributive member of the entire club, but don't tell the others that. You worked on pamphlets with Sayori. Do you know what she's doing?
I stopped by her house earlier this morning to work with her. We talked and worked for a few hours. She told me she did a lot of thinking and reevaluating her life, and I gave her some advice. After everything was said and done, I decided to come here and say a few prayers for her. I honestly think you should try to talk to her, soul to soul. She has really thought this out.
So after all this time, there was nothing to worry about?
I wouldn't phrase it like that. But everything turns out for the better one way or another. Eventually.
I guess that's my cue to go. Thanks for helping me, Monika.
Thank you for stopping by.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Of course. And by the way, I love the quote you picked.
I Bible thumped her into a coma. That's what Christians do, right? Well, apparently, Tag, we haven't gotten any, super duper over the top Christianity from Monika so far. She hasn't even said a single Bible verse. We just know Monika goes to Bible study, she goes to church on Sunday like a good girl. So far, we haven't seen anything that's blatantly gross.
I can't wait to hear it.
Right. Thank you. With that, I leave with a newfound resolve. I haven't felt this much better about myself in a long while. I don't know why I would feel sick in a place like this. I text Sayori that I'll be coming over soon. She doesn't reply right away, but says that it's alright. Maybe she's busy doing something. I'm just preparing myself. I don't believe it's gonna stay this way. No, that's fair. If I know we've seen a lot from this model already, so I'm not gonna say that we're not gonna see anything like that. So weird. Normally she would be out to greet me. It's not like her to ghost me. And after everything Monika told me, why wouldn't she feel better about everything? Maybe I'm just overthinking this. I knock on her door and wait patiently. As I wait, I get a reminder from the club to bring my stuff for tomorrow. Sayori still hasn't answered the door. I knock again. Still nothing. Sayori, are you in there? I call out. Still nothing. I didn't want to do this, but she left me no choice. I take the key from under her mat and unlock the door myself. Again, just not afraid that burglars are gonna come in. I don't hear anything from here. I decide to head upstairs. I lean my ear against the door. All I hear is rustling. There's some light grunting and struggling. I don't want to open the door, but I have to. I don't care if it's invasion of privacy. I don't care if this causes me trouble. I need to know she's okay. I half thought he kicked the door in. No, this ain't that kind of party, unfortunately. But somebody tells me that we're about to catch Sayori mid-strangulation. Please don't be hanging. Without warning, I open the door. Oh, she was just naked. I close the door back up and cover my eyes to what I just saw. Oh, she was just naked. That's all. Well, the answer to that question. It's like, Christ, why can't I just wait a few more minutes? Because, of course, now you found out that she was just being all naked. But, what if she was in mid-strangulation? And you just wait a few more minutes? Then she'd be gonzo. Ah, boobs! My worst nightmare. But how could I have known? A few minutes later, I hear the door open and Sayori coming my way. Baby, won't you come my way? There's something I got to say.
Hey.
I'm sorry, Sayori. I didn't mean to barge in like that. I should have knocked.
It's alright. It was gonna happen one of these days. I mean, how couldn't it?
Life isn't a TV show, but life sure is a DDLC mod. Also, here's the music.
So, what brings you by?
I thought I'd come say hi. Monika told me how you were doing.
Oh. It's always good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by.
Yeah. Still want to do dinner? We both have spare time and nothing to do. Plus, it's before the big day. So why not make an enjoyable night? Make an enjoyable night of it.
You know, I think I would love that. Let's go.
To my place then.
Why not stay here? You're already here and all.
You've been in this house all day. A little change of scenery is nice.
Well, dinner was your idea, so it only makes sense.
I'm happy to see your boobs, Sayori. I mean, I'm glad your boobs are okay. Okay, fuck! I'm glad you're not dead. I'm glad to see you're okay, boobs. I mean, I'm glad your boobs are okay, Sayori. I mean, I'm glad you're not dead. Oh, so we got this pose. This is a nice pose. With that, we were off. Out the door with a simple walk across the street, and we're home. When we arrive, we order a pizza, kick off our shoes, and crash on the couch. So, what do we do in the meantime?
We can watch TV.
But what to watch?
Anything's better than nothing.
It's like there's nothing good on TV anymore. That's why I went to streaming. I don't know. There's nothing good on Sundays.
What else can we do?
There's something I want to share with you. Give me a minute. I rush upstairs and grab the book from my nightstand. We could read this.
But isn't it a boring book? Something you read in your English class?
And who's vice president of a literature club? Not me.
I don't have to like all types of literature.
That's fair, but at least give it a try. Wait, I think... Isn't this the gay science book? Is he gonna take the gay science book and make Sayori read it? Dude, come on now. That's not gonna make her happy. Besides, we both might learn something from it.
Alright, but I get first dibs on the pizza.
Have all the pizza you'd like. We cozy up on the couch together and get started reading. By the first 10 pages, I could tell she was bored. But trying her hardest to stay engaged. At this point, she might as well be reading with her teacher. Maybe reading was a bad idea. I closed the book. I'm sorry. Does he just not believe in, I don't know, board games, cards, video games? No, we need to read. Just reading for that knowledge. You gotta get that knowledge. I should have known this was a bad idea.
Killen, I know why you're doing this. I don't want you to worry about it.
But I can't ignore it.
I know you can't. But you don't have to be there for every single moment. Being alone for the weekend has given me a lot of time to think. And honestly, I never knew the extent of how dark my mind can go. I make myself think about one little thing and it becomes a nightmare. But after hearing what Natsuki and Yuri and Monika, even you have told me, my mind is clear like a sunny day.
I don't buy that.
Sure, there will be rain clouds, but I understand I don't have to be alone in this.
I've never heard her relent like this. It's honestly astonishing and motivating to hear her like this. So...
What I'm saying is that I had a good hard look at myself. I have to talk and converse with the side of myself I don't like. But in the end, I came out a new person. And from here on out, I want to combat my depression.
My eyes light up. I smile like a giddy child on Christmas morning. I reach over to hug Sayori. I'm so happy for you, Sayori. I'm glad you wanted to do this. The club and I will be here for you every step of the way. And before you know it, it'll be a brand new Sayori. It'll be a brand new day. As if on cue, I hear the doorbell ring. Dinner's here. I go to the front door and pay for the pizza. I bring it back and set it on the coffee table. We dig into our dinner, watch TV, play games, reminisce on younger days. Oh, Tag here, he does believe in playing games. He just wanted to read for that knowledge. And before I know it, she falls asleep while we were in the middle of a cooking show. I bet she wasn't Gordon Ramsay. I turn the TV off and lift her off the couch and carry her upstairs. I enter the bedroom and lay her down on my bed. I'm about to walk out and take the couch, but Sayori's sixth sense kicks in.
No. Stay here.
Alright. Anything for you, my one and only Cinnabon. 5 sins for that. 5 sins for that. 5 sins for that. Next to show us his Lamborghini exactly. He's like, it's not about the Lamborghinis. It's about the knowledge. I take a pillow from my bed and lay it on the floor. I stare up at the ceiling, looking for some solace. This week was confusing, rough, and not without its shortcomings. But I'm glad I was given the second chance. This is why I was sent back. But something still feels incomplete. Maybe I'm just imagining the doctor's visits I was going to have to attend. I should sleep. I close my eyes and let dreams take over. It's Monday. I wake up. Sayori is nowhere to be found. It's been a long week, but I think it's been worth it. I roll over and look at Sayori, who is still sleeping. I sigh in relief and head downstairs. You know, chocolate chip pancakes sound good. I bet Sayori would love them. I gather the ingredients and begin cooking. After a few moments, I hear the door open and footsteps following. With a nose like yours, I'm jealous of you. I can hardly smell anything some mornings.
Oh, you know me. There's food. There's Sayori. And this Sayori smells chocolate chip pancakes.
It's a special day. You better not get a sugar rush. A hyper Sayori is not a good Sayori.
And why is that?
Because if you do, you'll crash by the time we show up, and then you'll be too tired to perform for the festival.
Sure. You're just saying this so you can have all the sweets.
What? I would never.
Mm-hmm. Are they almost done?
Sayori's missing. The game corrected the error and spawned her sprite in the roommate. No. Sayori, I just started. Why don't you go get ready for school?
Okay. Okay.
After Sayori leaves the kitchen, I continue to make the pancakes until they come out a lovely golden brown. Got him this time. Ha! Got him! It didn't take long for Sayori to run down the stairs and grab a plate full of pancakes and start devouring them. She really is another person when she's hungry. I take a plate full of food and quickly eat alongside her. Yes, Sayori, stop being stupid and get ready for school. Hey, fit. Was pop locking to dropping with your boy? Once I finish eating, I leave and get ready for school and come back out. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay, this is promising. I thought Sayori would be dead right now, but she's not dead. We leave and head to school. With newfound confidence, we head towards a brand new day. Let's see, brand new day. Referencing another DDLC mod inside a DDLC mod. Just woke up and ready to consume Amor Fati content. Consumed Armored Fatty. We're here.
And just on time. We're about ready to get started. You really are a valuable club member, Killer.
Aw, you're just saying that, Monika.
And it's so great to see you, Sayori. You too, Monika. I would miss this for the world. That's good to hear. But, Kellen, you look worried.
Inhale the Amor Fati. Taste the Amor Fati.
Are you holding up okay?
Yeah, I'm just worried how the festival will go.
You sure? It looks like it's more than just that.
Don't push him, Monika. He's never done something like this before.
Alright.
Sayori and I helped with a few last-minute prep work. You gotta appreciate a few last bit of preparations. After a while, people start to trickle into the room. Showtime. It's showtime.
Welcome, everyone. This is the Literature Club. I hope you find your visit to be an enjoyable one. We're here to put on a little show for you. Well, not really a show, but you get what I mean.
So be sure to hit the like button on your way in. Be sure to share the stream out to anybody who will enjoy the content. This is Jay Killen of the Jay Killen Gaming Channel. We are playing Amor Fati. Stop woman-splaining, Monika. Fucking god. Outfit, she can't help it.
I'll be the first performer.
After this, Monika walks up to the podium and presents her poem. After she's done, she stands aside. Natsuki goes next, followed by Yuri, then Sayori, until I'm the last one left. I could have just said that by just saying, and then me. We already knew you were the last one left if everyone else went before you. Standing up, I walk up to the podium, face the crowd, take a breath, and begin reading my piece. I want to learn more and more to see as beautiful what is necessary in things. Then I shall be one of those who make things beautiful. Amor Fati. Roll credits! Let that be my love henceforth. I do not want to wage war against what is ugly. I do not want to accuse. I do not even want to accuse those who accuse. Okay, girls, strip and let's put on a show. This is actually based on Amor Fati. The obvious needed to be explained. Looking away shall be my only negation. And all in all, and on the whole, someday I wish to be only a yes-sayer. I finish and walk off the stage, and people are gonna be like, what the fuck was that guy talking about? Glad that's over.
Wow. You picked quite a powerful quote. But reading it out loud makes it all the more impactful. Killen, do you know what Amor Fati is?
Do you know what Amor Fati is? I do know what Amor Fati is. Do you know what Amor Fati is, Monika? Yes, I do know what Amor Fati is. You wanna know how I know what Amor Fati is? No, Monika, do tell me what Amor Fati is. Well, Yuri told me about what Amor Fati is. Yuri is quite the knowledgeable when it comes to Amor Fati. Yuri talks about Amor Fati almost all the time. In fact, she says Amor Fati, 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 Amor Fati. Every other word out of Yuri's mouth is Amor Fati. Could you believe that? And I'm like, actually, yes, Monika, I could believe that because I did talk to Monika about Amor Fati on a consistent basis. Fucking disco lights turn on, stripper poles just appear in front of the room. That actually would be pretty lit, I'm not gonna lie. No. But I feel like you're going to tell me. Man says he doesn't know what Amor Fati is, but he spent a whole ass time talking about Amor Fati with Yuri. And then, earlier in the mod, everyone kept saying, oh, is that the Armored Fatty thing? Is that the Armored Fatty thing? Are you talking about the Amor Fati thing with Yuri? So he should already know what Amor Fati is when he talked about it with Yuri. So why is he sitting here saying he doesn't know what Amor Fati is? Fire for that. Sin for you.
I'll let you find out for yourself. The best discoveries are the ones you find yourself.
Bullshit. God, I'm gonna fucking hear Amor Fati in my nightmares when this mod is over.
So it looks like you have some more reading to do.
Awesome. Yippee!
Do you mind if I have a few words with Sayori? It's just some club politics and other stuff.
But I thought you hated club politics.
It's one of those things you can't avoid. Besides, when we finish, you two lovebirds can go enjoy the festival.
Lovebirds?
Best to make sure this doesn't fall flat on his face.
Okay. Also, lovebirds? What? Where was the love established? Where was it established that these two had feelings for each other? And we're not lovers! Not yet, anyway. But Monika was already off. I walk up to Yuri. Hey, Yuri.
Hello. How are you today?
Never been better.
Oh? Well, I'm doing fine myself. That was a beautiful recital you performed.
Don't be boring, Amor Fati Chow. Literally fucking a boss wife talk to Sinner and convert.
You spoke as though you were born to be a leader.
Oh, I don't know about all that, Yuri. Slow your roll there. Slow your roll there, cowgirl. Thank you, Yuri. You're too kind. Thank you kindly. I'm so glad I was given this chance. I honestly don't think I would have gotten this far without you or Natsuki or Monika. I never really got the chance to express my gratitude. But I really want to thank you for helping me. I want to thank you all for helping me. It means the world to me. They have never shown that ever in the entire 3 words between the repetitive Amor Fati chants.
That's very kind of you. I appreciate your kindness, although we've only just begun.
This isn't Yuri talking to the MC. This is Yuri talking to you, the player, that things are not over.
Today may be full of happiness, but there's no telling what tomorrow will hold.
Not so subtle foreshadowing.
I would keep my expectations grounded.
Oh, why do you have to be a party pooper, Yuri? He did great, and Sayori seems to be in such an upbeat mood. I've never seen her so happy.
I'm sorry. I just thought it'd be more appropriate to mention that there was more work to be done.
You're right. Last night, Sayori told me that she was wanting to see a doctor. It would be better if she told me that she wanted to see a doctor, not was wanting to see a doctor. So there's that. Oh, they're lovebirds because he saw her naked. Fucking Dora the Explorer, that answer.
Oh, that's awesome. She'll get better, and then soon we'll have this whole mess behind us.
Yes, but it's more complicated than that. We can't simply let our idealism be our hubris. I don't think we should.
Celebrate too soon. Come on, Yuri. Try to relax a little.
I really don't want an argument to spring from this. Sigh. You're both right. Yes, we still have more hurdles to cross, but for now, let's just enjoy the festival. Moments like these only come once in a lifetime.
You're right. Worrying too much about the future won't do us any good.
Say, I got a new manga you might enjoy, Yuri.
We'll see about that, Natsuki.
And the two are off. I grab a cupcake and talk with the other students, talking about other clubs and what they've done. Minutes pass and Sayori tugs at my jacket.
Hey, Killen. Do you have any spare change on you? I want to go in the snack machine and get a drink.
I think I do. I reach into my pocket and take out just enough for Sayori to get something. Don't spend it all in one place, okay? Even though she's literally going to spend it all in one place. You gotta just be cute. But still, kinda dumb.
That's kind of what I'm doing.
Sayori leaves the room and goes to find herself a snack. I converse more with the others, cracking a few jokes here and there, engaging in banter and having the time of my life. I'm having the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. I get the feeling that I'm having too much fun. Minutes pass. Yes, Natsuki, that's how depression works. You say nice words, have a doctor feed you pills, you're cured. Bravo, man. Sayori should be back by now. Maybe she stopped by another club to see someone while on the way back. 20 minutes passed, and I still don't see her around. Oh, I think I know what's about to come up. I decided to excuse myself to look for Sayori. I decided to stop by the nearest vending machine. Not there. Or by the nearest club rooms? I look out the window to see if she's out there. Hard to say, but I don't see her pink curl hair and red bow. So she's not outside either. I decide to head to another floor. I look around the entire hallway, but I don't see her anywhere. She's dead, isn't she? No, she's not dead. Not yet, anyway. She couldn't leave school early. I look around the main entrance to the school. No sign of her. Damn it. Where is she? I decide to call her phone. She doesn't pick up. Shit, this is bad. I run around the first floor, trying to find her. Eventually, I turn to the unused part of the school. The kind of place gangs hang out at. They're gangs? They're school gangs? Is this where the Bloods and the Crips hang out? Is this the West Side Story where you have the sharks? Is this where the sharks hang out at? You know, snapping their fingers and tap dancing in the hallways. Shit. This is where the gangs hang out at. Really? It's where the fucking gangs hang out at, bro. I call out again. Still nothing. Where the hell is she? I freeze. My heart sinks. I run towards the source of the sound. It's the math geeks versus the science majors. Also that crack, I think that's Sayori. When I arrive, no one is around. You just know Sidra was a total fucking loser in high school. I'm not trying to body in that hard fit. I just see her laughing. I'm like, fuck, there are fucking gangs in high school, bro? Damn. But then I look to the ground, and I see Sayori lying on the floor. Sayori! I run towards her body and kneel, shaking her slightly. No response. I call out her name. She's not waking up. Dude, she jumped off the roof onto the ground. She's not gonna wake up. I press my fingers to her neck. She has no pulse. Sayori's dead. No. This can't be happening. This shouldn't be happening. And what school doesn't use the entire building? What school doesn't use the entire building? Thank you, Tag. This is a collaborative sitting effort. I punch the ground as hard as I can, not caring for the sharp, sputtering pain as it goes limp. Man just broke his arm. I just lost Sayori again! I try resisting the urge to cry, but I can't control myself. Screw stoicism. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Tears begin flowing down from my eyes. Tears stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. And we can't replace Sayori. Damn it all! I tried everything I could to save her, and this happens? I said I'd be there for her all the way, and rewarded with this? Where did I go wrong? I can't bring myself to move. All I want to do is lie here and hope that maybe she'll come back. She'll wake up. Maybe the only way she could have truly been helped is if she had gone to a professional from the start. What the hell do I know about curing depression? Why did I think I could succeed? I feel the darkness closing in around me, but I don't care. I lay my head on her chest and begin to cry, clinging to the last remnants of warmth her body has left. Well. I cry as if my soul had broken in half. I cry as if there's no tomorrow. I cry myself into the next life. Not so subtle foreshadowing. Oh, she didn't fall from the roof. She literally fell down some stairs, and I kind of love that. Okay, fair enough, you're right. She fell down some stairs. That does make a bit more sense. I do remember there is one timeline where she does jump off the roof. So, I remember that vividly. I don't remember when that happens, but I know we'll get to that when we get to that. I know Sayori just died, but this triggers me. The only time any part of my school were empty was during renovations, and even then, teachers were always blocking the way there. Is it plausible that could happen? Wait, don't tell you a point. This is a very sinful thing we're witnessing here, that this part of school just happens to be empty. For Sayori to just happen to jump down some stairs and break her neck. You know? Seems kind of bogus, but hey. I suppose it is what it is. In any case, unfortunately, I do have to go now. There are a couple of things I need to go take care of. I would love to be here longer, truthfully, but I guess I'll have to save the rest of Amor Fati for a different day and time. So, for what it's worth, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you, Tag and Fit, for being here with me, and the rest of you good people watching the replay. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Support the dream, support the stream, support your boy. I don't know why this triggers me so much, but it's bullshit and Tag is mad. It's okay to be mad, Tag, because you feel like your intelligence is being insulted here. It's okay to feel that way. In any case, it's for real. It's for fun. It's your boy, Jay Killen. Ciao for now.
Oh, yeah.